Professor Van Bart is back, and he's shirtless, apparently. Yeah, this is quite outrageous. Let me just put a shirt on. This is not proper educational YouTube stuff. Okay guys, it's my first and probably my last video about abs, and it's pretty much a reaction video to a conversation I had with a gym bro, and he was just complimenting me on my progress much faster pace than him. And what I noticed and really struck me was that he seems to be obsessed with abs, doing bodyweight exercises for like half an hour. There is something a little bit specific about abs that if you obsess over them, it can really hinder your progress overall. You know, there is a saying that abs are made in the kitchen, and while I'm gonna show later in this video that this is not really true, there is still some grain of truth to that. It does put you in a mindset of shrinking, basically. When it comes to building your base of a strong, muscular physique, you first need to have an abundance mindset. Think about it like sculpting a statue. You will first need quite a lot of marble, raw material, basically, you know? Yeah, I never miss a chance flexing my Gunzillas. And so, if the starting point of your body transformation journey is not, let's say, above 20% body fat, you really need to be more in this form of abundance mindset, striving mindset, developing your strength mindset. So all of this needs resources. If you want to be beach ready all the time, all year round, yes, your abs will show, but there will probably not be that much muscle, first of all, even there, and the rest of your frame as well. So yeah, that's the first thing. I think you should see abs as a kind of finishing touch on a physique. It can be very aesthetic, and if you don't have it, something is missing. But first you need to start from what matters. For men, it's gonna be more like the upper shelf, like shoulders, traps, neck, pecs. If you don't have any of that, don't over-concern yourself with abs. If you want a great physique, you have to start from the start, and that's from those bigger areas where you want to draw the attention. It's not all about mass everywhere. If you know anything about photography and optics, it's also a matter of composition and flow and harmony and where you draw the gaze of the people. So you may sometimes want to strategically have a body part lagging somewhat so that the attention is brought to other strong points. Now, that said, reasons why you should train your abs. They will typically be stimulated by quite a lot of big compound exercises where you have to, stay stable. So if you do standing, overhead press, squats, deadlift, all of that, you're gonna have to brace. So they're gonna be stimulated. But what you have to be aware of is that the function of your abs is also to bring point A to point B, your chest more or less, to your pelvis. And so when you want to isolate abs, this is what I would aim for. So a form of sit-up where you really kind of bend, and also leg raises where you don't focus on bringing your straight legs up and only use your hips, but really focus on using the abs bending to bring the legs up. I also like to do wood choppers. So for example, when you attach to a cable and resist the rotation and bring the weight to the other side, so you work your anti-rotation strength. And yeah, I think this is the best way to train abs because you differentiate from the stimulus you get from compounds, you work interesting functions, you reinforce your core, which is very important, and it's going to support you in your compounds. Let's say 2 or 3 times 3 sets per week. That's definitely going to be quite substantial volume, even for the visual aspect of it. So that's how I would approach it. This is gonna bring the finishing touch to your physique. But so yeah, you don't need to spend half an hour training them at the gym, especially bodyweight exercises. If you train them at the gym, train them with progressive overload. Take advantage of the equipment you have, of the weights you can use, so you don't have to spend so much time on it. You can do a few sets like any other muscles by loading it. I'm not saying that body weight is not enough. When you start, especially, you can build pretty nice abs with just body weight exercises. But yeah, once you are past that phase, you have to change. What used to work cannot possibly work anymore because now you have a different physique. You have more strength. You have to find new ways to stimulate growth and develop your body. And if your abs are lagging, they are an easy muscle group to train, and you should get no problem bringing them to a good level compared to your overall physique. So don't sacrifice your gains just for abs, and remember to reject the roids and embrace the Riz. And by the way, a quick shout out to all the people who joined my first live Q&A last week. It went very well. I didn't expect that, with 300 subscribers that I have now, I would get so many questions, and I really enjoyed the experience, so I will do it again. Having this kind of opportunity to have an interaction with you and answer the questions you do have, and also talking about other topics I enjoy, like philosophy. Somebody had a question about Schopenhauer, literature, video games, finances. It's really enjoyable for me, and that's probably the only place I will do it, because I want to keep the channel focused on fitness. So yeah, if you have any question for me, you can put it in the comments below, or you can even send me by DMs on Instagram if you want to make sure I answer them. Or you can try to catch me on the live and ask your question directly there. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye. Oh yeah!